It's just come home. Come home to your practice. I've got experienced yogis here. Yeah. Come home to your breath. Good for you, Lisa. What happens when you sit up right on the edge? You hook your sits bones right over the edge of that blanket. What happens is it tilts your pelvis forward. When it tilts your pelvis forward, it's easier to keep your back up. It's not being a sissy. Let's inhale into the belly, into the mid-body, and into the upper body. Now let's reverse exhale through the nose. This time, when you do that, I want you to follow the sensation of the breath coming into each body part, and then when you release it. Keep your breath going, and I'm going to do a little talking. Today, we're going to work we're going to bring our focus to interoception. Interoception. Jenny calls this yoga for the moment. So I was thinking about what she meant when she says yoga for the moment. And you could say mindfulness. Interoception is when we begin to tune in to the sensations of the body, just like we're doing right now with the breath. Keep breathing. One more. Into the belly, mid-body, shoulders. Now, I'd like you just to bring your hand, one hand behind your back, and lift your hand. Doesn't matter. This is not prescribed. It's not specific. Do you know where your hand is in relation to your body? Can you bring it in closer to your buttocks? Can you move it farther away? Now, can you bring the hand out? Can you bring it over to the other shoulder? To the crown of your head? Can you bring one foot up and one foot down? Good. So that's called proprioception. When you know where your body is. Have you ever been in a yoga pose and the teacher says, move your right foot to the right, and you go, and you move your left, right? Correct? Because we all have different levels of proprioception, and we create more proprioception as more awareness of where the outside body is, okay? But interoception, you're going to move, that's good. I'd like to see you. Thank you. Interoception is knowing what's, I don't know if it's called knowing, but being aware of the sensations internally. And it can be very, very useful because the body, the stomach really, the gut knows what's happening to us before the head. We call it the second brain. But we don't always, we just, I don't feel so good. So we're not always like tuned into those clues and those cues that the interior body gives us. And so as we develop our interoception, we become able to regulate our stress, our emotions and our reactions a little bit better. But the greatest thing is when we become aware internally, we begin to develop a sense of the self. And when we know who we are, we can know what we want. And when we know what we want, we can know what to do next. Okay, let's circle the spine. So throughout the class today, I'll be reminding you, like right now, I have a little hitch right here in my hip. I'm just noticing it. Let's go the other way. Now, there's a difference from noticing it and going, oh my gosh, I got this pain in my hip and it won't go away and it's just getting, no, it's not that at all. It's noticing. It's becoming aware of internal sensations without clutching them to us and getting all worked up and without pushing them away. I've noticed the hitch is leaving. Probably there's a hitch somewhere else in this old body. Good. Let's come upright. So somebody said one time, so you teach them to breathe and then what? And, I had a lot to say, but I didn't. We learn to breathe into the belly, into the body. We follow the breath. We calm the nervous system. And then we become aware of what's happening. Let's walk forward, keeping a flat back. Maybe your elbows are bent. If they are, your shoulders are down. Oh, good. Lengthen through the spine. Where are you feeling the sensations? We talk about mindfulness and we talk about presence in the moment. Well, just be with the breath, be with the sensations, and we will be in this present moment. Bring your hands behind your back. Yeah. Up on your fingertips, create a second spine. Lengthen through the spine. How's it feeling? There's nice breaths. Look up to the heavens. Open the chest. Lower the shoulders. Self-awareness. And we'll come back to center. It's really funny. It's really interesting to me. Bring your palm, maybe not to you, but bring your palm of your left hand, your right hand to the mat. Bring your left palm up and over. Inhale, fold over. About 40 years ago, I was studying education of the self, self-knowledge. And back then I proposed, we'll do it on the other side, that self-knowledge could improve sense of psychological well-being. So you can see this is kind of a lifelong practice. We'll come back to center. Oh yeah, how are you feeling? Notice the shoulders. Feel a little looser and circle the spine. We say in yoga that there's energy that's condensed at the tailbone in the perineum, and we're just bringing that energy up the spine. Let's go the other way. So these little slow, repetitive things, and we go, oh, this is so boring. But not if you notice. Oh. Interoception. Bring your legs out. Now, this is when I get rid of the blanket, but you do what, this is your class, not mine. You do what's right for you. Oh, Jennifer, I'm glad you're with us this morning. Okay, so I'd like you to begin by pressing your heels into the mat. Press the calves and the backs of the thighs, and now press the sits bones. All right. Then bring the hands alongside the hips. press the palms of the hands and the fingertips. Now you're doing all that. Keep doing it. Bring the belly in and bring it up under your ribs. Whoa. Aha, broaden the collarbone and lower the shoulders. Now you're still pressing into the heels, right? Okay, now let's lengthen the neck and lower the chin. Notice the sensation. Where do you feel it? And you know what will happen is that, our large muscles especially, but when we have emotional experiences that we really never work through or resolve, they get stationed as energy in our muscles, especially our hips and our thighs and in our muscles. And so when you're doing this work and you're noticing the physical sensations and the breath, you may notice emotion. Oh, oh. And the same thing. Let's come to our knees. The same thing with the emotion. Can you just notice it? Come to table and not clutch it. Can you notice it and not push it away? Can you be not, I mean, I've got papers of research that I won't make you read, but lower the belly and look up. And exhale and arch the back. This non-judgmental, non-clutching, non-grasping, non-avoiding, just being there, noticing. Helps that emotion to find its way out of the body, and you can watch it float away. I like to try, I'm not good at it, but I like to try noticing one vertebra move after another because it's such an amazing thing. I have a daughter-in-law who's had 4 or 5 spinal surgeries. I think of her and I think of what a glorious thing it is when the spine moves the way we want. Now let's push back. If you like your toes together, if you like your knees together, you can have your knees together. I really like that. Or separate the knees and push back, bringing your sits bones back to your heels. Jennifer, does this remind you of being pregnant? I told them I taught. She was with me in prenatal yoga. Oh, and now her daughter's 5. Forehead to the mat. Maybe he doesn't want to go to the mat. Just notice. Lengthen through the arms, through the underarms. Oh, now I'm going to get quiet for a moment. I just want you to notice what you're feeling. Let's come up to table, and we're going to lift one arm and the opposite leg. Stretching through the fingertips, stretching through the left heel. Now you're stretching the limbs, but you're not pulling them out of the sockets. Lower one, the hand and the leg, and we'll lift the opposite arm and the opposite leg. Flex the toe. Stretch through the heel, stretch through the fingers. Let's lower the hand, lower the knee, push back in child's pose once again. See if maybe you go a little farther You know, we have a stretch reflex. The more relaxed we are, the more able we are to stretch. You bring the forehead to the mat. Isn't that funny? Doesn't it seem like it would be the opposite? Just make yourself stretch. No, no, no. We talk about letting the pose find us. Let's come to table. We're going to step the right foot between the hands. Tuck the back toe, step the back foot between the hands. We are in forward fold. Now, if your hands don't reach the mat, yes, I'd like you to use blocks, or if your hands do reach the mat, I'd like you to try putting the palms of your hands on either side of your feet. Yeah. This is a calming, grounding pose. If your hands are flying around, it's not so grounding, is it? Where are the sensations? I feel it in the back of my thighs. I feel like I want to lie down and go back to sleep. Yeah, I'm noticing that. Inhale up, half lift. Now, this isn't just something to do in between things because we don't know what to do. This is really important, this half lift. The first thing you're going to do is bring your shoulders back and down, all right? Now, broaden your collarbone. We're opening the body, the vulnerable part of the body. Now, stretch from the tailbone through the crown of the head. Okay. Now we're going to exhale down and see that you can go a little lower. Good. We'll always come up with a flat back. We're not going to round the back to come up. That's not too good for people with bone density issues. So come up, flat back. Inhale all the way up. Hands over the head, hands to the heart. Now bring your hands alongside your body. I know someone I'm thinking of in particular who hate Shavasana. So, and I know people who just really have a hard time being still because of anxiety and other things. But can we just find mountain pose, give ourselves a little moment? The outside edges of your feet are parallel, so your toes are turning in just a tad. Tuck the tailbone under, lift the pubic bone. You heard me say that in prenatal class a million times. Bring the shoulders back and down. I like to tuck my chin just a little bit because it makes the back of my neck long. Relax your hands. Relax your arms. Relax the face. Relax your jaw. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, fold over. Flat back. Inhale, lift up halfway. Go through the routine, lengthen the spine, broaden the chest, fold over. Now let's walk. Either walk your hands forward or your feet back. We'll come into downward facing dog. Now this is a resting pose, but not everybody feels that way. If your wrists bother you in this pose, you can come up on your fists. Let's take a moment and come up on the tips of our toes, get our sits bones as high as we can, and then we'll begin to lower the feet. And you know what? They probably won't go to the mat, but over time, you'll come into a class one morning and the soles of your feet will be on the mat. And you'll go, how did that happen? Oh, Now let the chest and the heart move toward Mother Earth. She's always there, always ready to support us, but we forget that. Relax the face, relax the neck. Shake the head, no. Shake the head, yes. Now let's bring the knees to the mat. And we'll try this. We'll just see how it goes. And try tucking your toes under and sitting up on your heels. Now this is called thunderbolt. Huh? Feel like a thunderbolt? It's the one you dislike? Okay, so you decide when you should come out. Wow. And green. Let's come forward and let's try it another way. Let's put tops of the feet on the mat and let's try sitting back. Now you can have your knees together. I don't know. I was in a classroom somewhere, somehow, and some kids were sitting this way and teacher, oh, no, that's not healthy. That's not good for you. I thought, okay. All right, now let's come back forward. Separate the knees. We're going to try this. Get your block ready. You might need it, but you might not. So let's try sitting back. I have to move these athletic calves away from so I can come down and sit between the feet. Now, that may be impossible. And if it is, you can take a block. But I would say give yourself a chance first. Come upright. And I'd like you to come to seated. And I want to try something with you. I think we can try it today with just the four of us. But you can just watch. Or you can do whatever you love to do. But I would like to do a handstand prep with you. And I'll show you what I have in mind. And I have a bad shoulder. Oh, you have bad shoulder. Maybe you shouldn't do it. I don't know. We'll see. I won't do it. Okay. Well, I probably shouldn't. So a handstand prep is just, did you hear me? It's just, okay. Okay, what you're going to do is you're going to walk your feet up and maybe, if you can, walk them down and come to an L shape. Come down. Come to child's pose. Anybody want to try? Oh. Really? A few summers ago when I taught here, I took everything down. It's very easy to take down, actually. But what now? Okay, all right. Well, your feet, okay. Oh, Jennifer, you're going to do it. Oh, yeah, I forgot about you, darling. Okay. Oh, wait. Let me do this. Kurt, you're going to try?
It's a challenge for a Monday.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So you just have to figure out how far out you want, and then just begin to walk your feet. This is hard on this because it's not flat. Oh my goodness. Now walk your feet down, Birgit. So you come to an L. Oh, that's beautiful, Erin.
That far enough.
Yeah, no, you're perfect. Now walk your feet down. Oh my gosh. You're amazing. Kurt. Oh, walk down.
Go and do it.
Wow.
Now you have your mom and say.
Oh my goodness. I really never been able, honestly, I've never been able to do a handstand ever. I can do a headstand and I like it. But handstand prep, it's manageable, right?
It is, yeah.
All right, where do we go next? So, so when you go into an inversion like that, it's really any kind of inversion is good for your heart. She's so soft. She's shocked. Forget a shock.
Years. So maybe I'll just open it. You're in the hall.
When you go into a forward fold of any kind, but or a headstand or an inversion, it rests your heart because your heart is pounding to get blood up here. And when it doesn't have to get blood up here, when it's come naturally, it's very calming. So Erin is perfectly right. Did your body tell you to do that? That's what you're supposed to do. When you come out of an inversion, you're supposed to come into a child's pose. And I almost forgot to go there. That's what happens with yoga. Your body will just say, okay, next, next. Oh, which, so we're going to come to table once again. Oh, so why was that so thrilling?
Because we didn't think we could do it.
Yeah. You think it was thrilling because you overcame your fear? You think it was thrilling? I don't know. Step one foot between the hands. Yeah. Step the other foot. Inhale. Lift up halfway. Exhale, fold over. We're going to do some sun salutations. Inhale, arms wide, coming all the way up. Bring your hands to your heart. Inhale, arms wide. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold. Hands to the mat. Step the right foot back. Bring the right knee to the mat. Inhale, arms up, and a low lunge. I like a back bend here. I like to put my hands together, my index fingers extended. Exhale, hands to the mat. Tuck the back toe. Bring the left foot back. You're in plank. Does plank bother your shoulder? I know, yeah. Now, send your heels back, press into your hands. Bring your belly in toward the spine, and then begin to lift it up under the ribs. So it's a pressing the hands, the heels moving back, the belly engaged, and it's easier to hold. Lower the knees, lower the chest, slide through low cobra. Exhale, forehead to the mat. Inhale back to child's pose. I add this step to lengthen the lower, through the hips and the lower back, so it doesn't get tight. And we're going to tuck the toes under, lift up, downward facing dog. Keep breathing. Notice how you're feeling. You're a little accelerated here, maybe a little sweaty. Maybe energy's rising. Now let's step. I can't remember. What did we do last? Left or right? Thank you. So we're going to step the right foot forward between the hands, lower the left knee, lift up, palms together, index fingers pointed, fingers clasped, back bend. Whoa, exhale, hands to the mat. Tuck the back toe under. Now let's bring the left foot forward between the hands. Whoa, forward fold. Inhale, lift up, and your half lift. Use it for the benefit of the spine and the broadening the chest. Exhale down. Inhale, half lift. Hands overhead. Hands to the heart. We're going to do this again, and this time we're going to do a warrior one instead of a low lunge. So inhale up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold over. Step the left foot back. Your right foot is forward. Left toe goes toward the top left corner of the mat. The left sole of the foot is on the mat. Press into the right foot. When you lift up, bring your right hip back and your left hip forward. Bend the right knee over the heel. Lift the arms. And maybe you like a back bend here, maybe you don't. What is it the body says it needs? Exhale, hands to the mat. Step the right foot back, come to plank. Engage the belly. Press the hands. Heels are pressing back. And we could stay here all day. Lower the knees. Lower the chest. Slide through. Just a little low cobra. Now slide, bring your forehead to the mat. Slide your hands back a bit so that they're out at the ribs. Palms and the hands are on the mat. We're going to lift up into maybe a high cobra. We're attempting to keep the hip bones on the mat. We're attempting to lengthen the arms. Oh. Lower the forehead to the mat. And we're going to slide our hands back as far as they will go, but keep the palms remaining on the mat. So, graze the forehead, graze the nose, graze the chin, lift up. We're an upward facing dog. We're going to roll over the toes, lift the hips, come to down dog. Oh. Let's step the left foot between the hands. Now place the right foot on the mat so the sole of the right foot is down and the toe is toward the top right corner. Find balance and lift up. After that handstand prep, I could do anything. Okay, palms together, fingers clasped, index fingers pointed, back bend here. Exhale, bring your hands to the mat. Step the right foot forward. We're in a forward fold. Appreciate it. The heart appreciates it. Inhale, half lift, long spine. Exhale, fold over. Inhale, arms wide. We're coming all the way up. Hands to the heart. Oh, we're going to do one more round of serene namaskar, sun salutation. But we're going to, in this time, we're going to do a high lunge if you like, or low lunge if you like, and a chair pose. So sit the buttocks down, bend the knees, extend the arms. Your upper body is going to want to fold in, but we're going to give it some starch here. Not too much. Exhale, hands to the mat. Step the left foot back. So this time, you're going to bring your left, come up on your left toe. You have an option here. You could lower the left knee, or you could extend the left leg. Let's come up, press up. We are in a high lunge. Now you may need to give more space between the width of the feet. And breathe. Put a smile on your face. Where do you feel it? Just feel like your heart is pounding a little bit more, maybe. Maybe there's a glow about you. Whatever. Maybe you're really pissed. I don't know. Lower your hands to the mat. Step your right foot back. Come into plank. Lower the knees, lower the chest. Slide through. High cobra. Maybe a high one. So if you're going to do a high one, slide the hands back to the ribs and then come up. Exhale, fold forward. Slide your hands back toward your toward your hips. Only as far as the palms will go. Lift up. You're in upward facing dog. Roll the toes over. Lift the hips. Down dog. Wow. Step the left foot between the hands. We're going to position. You can either lower your right knee for a low lunge, or you can come up on your toes of your right foot. Now, the trick here is going to be having a little distance between the width between the feet. Inhale, press into the foot. Arms up. What I'm noticing is my body's wearing out, and I'm smiling. Lower the hands to the mat. Step the back foot forward. Take your right hand to your left elbow, your left hand to your left elbow. And let's just swing back and forth. Now, unravel your arms. Bring your hands to your shins. Let's lift up halfway, long spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms wide, flat back. Come up, and we're going to come into a chair pose. Bend the knees, hips are back. If it's a lot for your arms, you could bring your hands to your shoulders, opposite shoulder. You could cross your arms. Lift up. Bring your hands to your heart. Thumbs against the sternum. Your feet are under your hips. Your toes are slightly turned in, so the sides of your feet are parallel. Tuck the tailbone under, lift the pubic bone. Lower the arms. Bring the belly in, bring it up under the ribs. Lower the chin slightly, lengthen the back of the neck. Relax the hands, relax the arms, relax the face. Notice the sensations. Let's come to the center of our mat, and I'm going to come over here. Oh, I can't because of the screen, but I can. Oh, you know how to do this. Okay. Kurt, take my mat, would you? Okay, I'm going to be right here. We'll do this together. Jennifer's going to get to see Kurt do triangle pose. Okay. You're so good. Separate the feet. Oh my goodness, it feels good, doesn't it? Don't you just feel good? I'm sorry, I'm projecting. I feel good. All right, we're going to turn your right toe toward the back window. Yeah. Look down. I want you to line up your right heel with your left arch. Okay. Bend that front knee. Don't take it any farther than the ankle. Beautiful. You need more distance. Step that foot back. Yes, I think so. If it's too much, you can undo it. All right. Now bring your right hip back and your left hip forward. Good. I have a Band-Aid too. Extend your arms. Look out over your fingertips. My granddaughter has one and she doesn't have a boo-boo, but she has one. Okay. I always think about the future and the past when I come here because to Warrior 2, there is no future. You only imagine it. And there is no past. You really only imagine it. There is this moment, and we are strong and healthy. We are vibrant. And whatever it is that we have to face, we can. Palm of the back hand to the back thigh, palm of the front hand toward the sky. Inhale, coming back. Whoa. Into peaceful warrior. We will face it as peaceful warriors. Strong, confident, steady, stable. Now bring the forearm or the front arm to the front thigh. And I'm going to give you an option here. You could bring the front hand to a block or to the outside of your left leg. Straighten your left leg. Open your chest to the long side of the mat and raise your right arm. Trikonasana, my teacher calls this perfect geometry. Stable, balanced, strong. Bring your right hand to your hip. Bend your left knee. Press into the foot, especially the front foot. Lift up. We're in Warrior 2. Bring your hands to your hips. Parallel your feet. Good. Let's take a nice inhale and exhale here. So I'm hearing myself say, but you're not strong and you're not a warrior. And I'm hearing it, but I'm not clutching it. And I'm not pushing it away. I'm saying, yeah, I understand. Yes, I know that you feel that way sometimes. Yeah. But I'm not clutching you and I'm not pushing you away. Let's fold over, bumping heads, sliding the hands down the legs. And breathe. Now, if you want to be really tricky, you can bring your hands, you can actually widen your feet, but you don't have to. This is just you if you want to be tricky, but you don't have to be tricky. Tricky is not required in this class, okay? So you can bring the crown of your head to the mat if you like or not. Surprise yourself. So to do that, yes, good. I love it. I love it. Somebody's using blocks. Depends on how long your legs are and how long your body is. Now bring your hands to the mat. Heel toe the feet together. Somewhat, not all the way. Lift up halfway, long spine. Heel toe the feet together. See, the thing about yoga, one of the things about yoga is just circle the spine, is it gives us the chance to examine, well, I wouldn't say examine, to notice, to be aware of our emotions, our fears, our anxiety, our pride, whatever it is, to notice emotions, but not clutch them. Go back the other way. That's pushing them away, especially if they're painful. Pushing them away is making them deeper. So we need a safe place where we can allow our emotions to surface, but not cling to them. So, okay, we're going to bring the feet together. Just circle the shoulders for a minute. We're going to come to warrior two again. Now separate the feet, and we're going to turn your left toe toward the master, yes. And now your back foot, we talk about the back foot being parallel to the back of the mat, but then you want to pick it up and turn it in 30 degrees, and that isn't easy, is it? Maybe it's easier to put the heel back. Okay, now bring your right hip back and your left hip forward. So notice that the front of your body is now parallel to the long side of the mat, okay? Now bend that front knee. Your knee wants to, yes, you know that, don't you? Good job. Knee over heel. Extend the arms. Look out over the fingertips. And this is it. This is it, friends. This present moment where we stand right now. This is it. We can't lollygag about the past. We can't worry about the future. Well, we can, but if we do, we lose the present. Turn the palm of the right hand toward the sky. Bring the left palm to the back of the left. Oh, I'm sorry, the back thigh. And let's come into peaceful warrior. It's strong, but it's also surrendered. Could we say that we are strong and surrendered in the present? Bring the right forearm to the right. Bring your front forearm to your front thigh. If you like, you can bring that front arm all the way down to the mat, and you can do that extended side angle this way. The knee is still bent. It's an extended side angle. All right. Sorry, I'm getting lost. Come up, straighten the front leg. Take a moment to parallel the body to the long side of the mat. We're going to fold over the front side of the body. I'm not the front side, your left side of the body. Bring your hand, help me. Bring your forward hand outside your leg or to a block or to your shin. Raise the upper arm. So can I find a way to release those things that have been giving me high blood pressure and causing my belly to hurt and giving me constipation and whatever else? Can I find a way to acknowledge them? Ah, we're not slapping them, we're acknowledging them. Ah, lower the left arm. I'm sorry, lower the upper arm. Bend the front knee. Press into the feet. Lift up. Parallel the feet. Heel toe the feet together. Time for a scene change. Excuse me. Oh, okay. What time is it? All right. Let's step to the top of our mat. So we use, let's just find mountain pose for a moment. You know how to do it. You know what to do with the feet. Raise the arches, raise the kneecaps. Lift the pubic bone. Gauge the belly. Lengthen the back of the neck. Lower the shoulders. Relax the hands and the arms. We come inside and we're friendly to everything that comes up. Now, we're not lovingly, obsessively attached to it. We're just unjudgmental and friendly. We relax the body through breath, through movement. In doing this, those old hurts can find their way gently out. Goodbye. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Lift up halfway. Exhale, fold over. Find your way to your back. Hmm. Ah. Now notice that your feet are hips width apart. They're falling out. Your legs are falling out. The backs of your hands are on the mat. You start with your hands alongside your body. Slide them away from your body so that air can get up under your arms. When you have your palms up, your shoulder blades are more likely to be folded under your back. I want you to take one hand to your belly. You know what an infinity sign looks like. It's a loop-de-loop. It's like an 8 on its side. We're going to trace an 8 or a side 8 or an infinity sign on our belly. All right? When we do one loop, we inhale. The other loop, we exhale. Now bring that hand back down. Relax.
Bring the soles of your feet to the mat by bending your knees. Allow the knees to fall gently to the right, coming into a fetal position. Use your right elbow for a pillow. Interoception. Bringing our awareness to what's happening within our body. Thus developing a sense of self. Knowing who we are. Knowing what we need. Knowing what to do. Pressing into the right elbow. Using the strength of the left arm. Bring yourself to a comfortable seated position on your mat. Bring the palms of your hands together at your chest. The thumbs are pressing the sternum. We'll inhale, and on the exhale, we will chant Om. I hope you will help me. Not my strong suit. Oh. There's a light that lives within each one of us. It gets covered over with smoke and shame and guilt and duty and exhaustion, but it's still there. And as we come to a state of relaxation, as we rest, we can uncover that light. The light that dwells within me recognizes and honors that same light that dwells within each of you. That's what we mean when we say namaste. Thank you for practicing with me. Namaste. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much.